What's up, everyone? Back for another beer review, and today I'll be reviewing yet another beer from Artisanal Brew Works, and they're out of Saratoga Springs, New York, and this is their Warheads Extreme Sour, the blue raspberry variant. So this is a sour ale that is brewed with the Warheads blue raspberry candy syrup. It comes in at 5% alcohol by volume. No IBUs listed in time of review. This can is approximately 4 months old. I'm going to give a huge thanks and shout out once again to a very good friend of mine and fellow BeerTuber, Kyle, over at No Hype Beer Review. So thank you very much, Kyle. I'll post a link in the description box to not only the beer mail unboxing video I did that contains all the goodies that Kyle hooked me up with, but also Kyle's channel, because he is a great dude with a fantastic channel, and I highly recommend checking it out. So back in late March, early April, Kyle sent me off a beer mail, and he included 4 beers within the series. So Artisanal Brew Works and Warheads collaborated on 5 different beers within the series. They basically did their lemon, black cherry, blue raspberry, watermelon, and green apple Warheads in sour beer form. And Kyle sent me every single one of them except for the green apple. And the only reason he didn't send me the green apple is when he went to go grab these again when they rebrewed them. They didn't rebrew the green apple one at that time. They actually made a mixed 4-pack, and they excluded the green apple one. I believe since then they have released these numerous times, and the green apple has been released again. So I haven't had a chance to check that one out, and I probably won't unless Kyle at some point, later on said we do another beer mail trade and he sends me some stuff. I still have to send him a box of goodies, and I will, Kyle. You know I will. But anyway, really cool that he sent me 4 of the 5. The lemon one I enjoyed. Lemon's not my favorite when it comes to like candies, usually on the lower end of the spectrum for me, but I still enjoyed it. It was quite refreshing. The black cherry one kind of surprised me. I thought it would be, somewhat medicinal and kind of be like cherry cough syrup, but it wasn't. It was quite tasty. But I'll be honest with you, I think this one and the watermelon one are going to be my favorites when it comes to any kind of candies. Watermelon's usually at the top of the list, and blue raspberry isn't far behind. So I'm really excited to give this one a go. Now, again, I apologize to Kyle not getting to this one sooner, but real life has gotten in the way over the last pretty much 4 or 5 months, and this one got kind of put on the back burner, but it's been in the fridge ever since Kyle sent it to me. I think we should be good, so I'm going to crack this one open. One other thing I want to mention is they use food coloring for all of them except for the lemon. I think the lemon one is the only one, I believe, that doesn't have any food coloring, so that's just how the base sour ale looks. For the rest, they use food coloring in conjunction with whatever the flavor is. So yeah, this is going to have that neon kind of bluish green tinge to it, and it sure does. So yeah, that, I'm going to pour a little bit more in here, but that looks... If you're going to tell me there's a blue raspberry Warheads beer of some sort, that's what I would think it looks like. This right here. Yeah, it has like this green-blue color. It definitely looks artificial for sure. Food coloring 100%. It's murky, somewhat turbid. Really can't see through it. There's chill haze, but also just haze in general. Has about a finger of this like light neon blue color. Yeah, it kind of looks crazy. It looks what I expected it to look like, but now even seeing it in the glass, I'm just like, that's kind of strange. Let's get a nose. Yeah, blue raspberry flavoring. So take whatever your favorite, hard candy is of some sort, or even maybe gummy, and if they have a blue raspberry flavor, that's what it smells like. It's sweet, but tart. It's a Warheads in beer form. That's what it smells like. Wow. It smells, listen, this smells even better than I anticipated. Smelling it just makes me want to take a sip, because I feel like there should be a hard candy in my mouth. That's what it feels like right now. That's honestly what I should have a Warheads in my mouth. Just from smelling it, that's just kind of the sensation I'm getting. Yeah, it smells tart. It smells sweet. Definitely, artificial blue raspberry flavoring, the Warheads candy syrup. It smells kind of what I expected it to smell like, and it smells pretty fucking good. So let's get into it. Cheers, everybody, and thanks again, Kyle. Yeah, it's nice. What I like about this is I thought it was going to be way sweeter, and it's not. This is super drinkable. Yeah. So much like the lemon one and the black cherry one, I can see why they started making these back in the spring and why they're probably still selling them now in the middle of summer. These are crushable. And is it a novelty? Sure. Somebody sees Warheads Extreme Sour and it's a beer, they're like, oh shit, I gotta try that. Like, your childhood memories start flooding back and just like, I gotta grab that. But at its core, it's still a fucking good beer. And this tastes like beer. It doesn't taste like some crazy... Listen, I love fruited sours. I love the 415 hour slushies and the liquid lollipops from Froth and the Hydras from Mortalis and all those beers. Those almost don't drink like beers at times. They drink like fruit smoothies. This one, though, there's enough of a beer essence here combined with that artificial blue raspberry flavor that kind of draws me in. And it's like novelty, yes, but not really. Body on this one's like lower side and medium body, 5%. It has, appropriate body, maybe even a little bit bigger. It's super refreshing. The mouthfeel, it's crisp. It's relatively clean too, because I don't have a lot of lingering taste, but it's crisp. It's effervescent. There's a decent amount of carbonation here. But the taste, it is blue raspberry candy through and through. And that's pretty much what you get from the front of the palate to the back of the palate. But in addition to that, it has a high tartness, almost low sourness, but more of a high tartness. There's almost a small graininess too from the base beer. There's enough of a generic sour ale taste to it that I am reminded that it is a beer as I'm tasting it. It finishes, like I said, relatively clean, and there's like the semi-dry finish, not too sweet. There's a little bit of sweetness on the back end, mostly like a semi-dry finish. It's slightly acidic too. I think the lemon one was the most acidic of the three I've drank, but this does have an acidity there that kind of lingers a little bit. But like I said, this is like a semi-clean finish. It's not fully clean, but there's a little bit of like a residual flavor and a little bit of acidity. But for the most part, like it just goes down and you kind of want to go back for another one. Yeah, really good, really, really well made too. Like just a good job by Artisanal Brew Works. 5% can't really taste the alcohol in here. You could surprise some people with being like, hey, this is just like a, some kind of like carbonated Kool-Aid. But yeah, not much more to say about. I'm really digging this one. I don't know if this is going to be out the watermelon one for me. We'll see. I have that one yet to review. But the Warheads Extreme Sour Blue Raspberry variant from Artisanal Brew Works, I'm going to give this a high 4.25 out of 5. I'm going to go 4.3 out of 5. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go 4.35 out of 5. I think it almost approaches low 4 or 5 for me. Just because I don't rate the style. I usually rate to just like my own personal preference. But I got to give them a little bit of a kudos and extra points just because of how it looks, how it tastes, and how it kind of meshes almost perfectly with a Warheads Extreme Sour Blue Raspberry beer. If you would to picture that in your mind, this is kind of what I would say, for the most part, what I'd expect. So like if you're looking at it from that perspective, like how much does this match up to what they say this is, I would almost give it a 5. It'd be like 4.8, 4.85. It'd be high. It would be close to 5. But outside of, I mean, maybe a little bit more sweetness because Warheads, after that crazy sourness kind of subsides, it's more sweet. And also Warheads are more sour than this one as well. So maybe that's where you wouldn't get a 5, but like it's like a 4.8 out of 5, really. It's really close. So yeah, if anyone out there has had this one, let me know what you think about it. Price and availability, I believe these were brew only, but I do believe that Artisanal Brew Works with the whole pandemic started doing like delivery. I don't know if that was just locally or throughout New York State, but I know you could definitely, I don't know if they did delivery. They definitely did online orders. I don't know if it was delivery or not. Kyle will chime in on that one. I don't remember exactly. And I believe these were $20 a 4-pack. So $5 a can to try something like this. Maybe a bit pricey for some, but you know what? It is a novelty to some degree. So like, I'd pay $5 a can to try this one. Would I pay $5 again knowing what it tastes like? This one? Probably, because this is pretty damn delicious. So yeah, 4.3 out of 5 for this one. Be on the lookout for the next one, which will be the watermelon one in the near future, probably the next week or so. Thanks again to Kyle for hooking me up with these ones. These are just so much fun. And I've always said, like, when it comes to beer reviewing on YouTube, it's all about having fun. That's why I have this channel, for no other reason than to have fun, enjoy myself, try some crazy beers, try some different beers, try some novelty beers, exchange beers with other like-minded individuals and friends like Kyle. And this beer kind of hits all those notes to a T. Like, it's just, this is just sums up reviewing beer on YouTube for me. So appreciate everybody stopping by for another incoherent, rambling beer review. Once again, thanks Kyle for this one. Go check out his channel, and appreciate everybody stopping by. To the next one. Cheers.